I just had to break up with my boyfriend. I just had to break up with my boyfriend because he said he's not voting today, and I can't be with a man that don't vote. If you don't exercise your right to vote, you can't exercise your right to be with me. How inconsiderate, how low down, how irresponsible is it for you not to get your ass out there and vote? So I've just been in shambles all morning because I just had to call him and tell him, like, we're just friends because
yeah, you got deeper issues in voting if you end your relationship off of that, man. Let's get into it, y'all. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the episode of City Boys Raw and Uncut. Today we're going to be exploring the world of course, black women blaming black men. But this time it's over the presidential race, right? I guess, I don't guess. Kamala Harris lost in a very convincing victory by Donald Trump. Congratulations, by the way. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Harris supporter. Now, I will not tell you who I voted for because I didn't vote. I didn't vote at all. So, there goes the suspension, guys. Right? But it seems as though certain black women cannot get away from blaming black men for the loss of this election. And I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Even if 100% of black men voted for it, which I think about 81% of them voted, even if 100% voted, he would have still won. If 100% of black men voted for Kamala Harris, Trump would have still won. Okay? Let's be real here, yo. I got the chart to show it. Let's get into it.
What disappoints me the most is black men. I'm not even going to talk about Latino men. I'm going to let them people deal with them. But I'm going to talk about black men and how y'all could have made such a big difference.
We the only ones that showed up,
Look
though.
at that.
We outperformed the white men, the white women, the Latino men, the Latino women, all other races. We were with y'all. What you talking about? What more could we have done? I don't understand. I don't want to hear nothing negative about black men for the rest of the year.
Straight up.
I don't want to hear nothing else. I'm with y'all, man. Close y'all legs. Don't give it up to nobody. They want to control your body. Don't give them access to your body. Whatever. But keep our names out your mouth.
For real.
Dude, it is very, very, very rare that we pull together like this. Normally, other races and nationalities pull together. But for us to pull together like we did, I don't want to hear the word negative and black men out your mouth in the same sentence. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
They just really need any reason to blame black men for anything. We literally cannot win for losing. We lost. You know what I'm saying? 81% of black men voted for Kamala Harris and still lost. And y'all still are blaming her. I mean, I really don't understand what the outrage. I don't get it. I don't get it. Either they're misinformed or they just want to hate on black men. And I'm literally leaning towards the second one. Let's go.
That's why I'm so sick of these bitches. I've been like, you don't think something like you don't think something like I don't understand how you gonna be understand.
For real, it's always our fault, man. It's always the black man's fault, man. Let's go.
To live with that man as president before, especially as a black woman. I lived up under the Trump administration as a black woman and didn't nothing happen to me. I don't get it. Mm-hmm. I mean, as a black woman up under the Trump administration, I was fine. I mean, unemployment for women, and that includes black women, up under the Trump administration was at its lowest that it had ever been in the 50 presidents before him. So I was okay. As a black woman, nobody came to my house and told me I had to go back in the field and pick cotton, although I've never picked cotton a day in my life. Nobody told me I had to call them massa. Nobody told me I had to be a wet nurse for their children. Although, listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. If anybody tried to get me to be a wet nurse, honey, the only thing they children going to get from me was powder milk. It is what it is, honey. Whatever, honey. No, but none of that happened. Nobody took my rights as a black...
It's just fear-mongering that they're doing. Instead of just admitting that you don't like Donald Trump, that you have a problem with black men, you'd rather try to say, our lives were so horrible up underneath them. Our rights are gonna get taken away. And I asked this on my TikTok too. Go ahead and subscribe, City Boys Raw and Uncut, by the way. What rights are women actually losing? What rights are y'all losing under Donald Trump? Because it isn't like y'all were in like slave camps or anything like that. Like what is going on here, man? What are y'all talking about, man? For real. Let's continue.
How many mothers have
please.
not like crying on the internet, but I'm not even about to pretend like this some shit that I'm finna be embarrassed about, bro. Like, I ain't never been so fucking devastated behind an election. And it's just like, when you a black woman surrounded by black men and they say all this shit like, oh, he's not that bad, and oh, he just hates everyone, bro. Like, it was my brother homeboy I was talking to the other day, a black man, and I found out that he's a Trump supporter. I'm like, he does not like you. And he was like, oh no, he just don't like everybody. What? So that's a good candidate for you? Someone who just fucking hates everybody? Like, what? And I'm fucking crying in my room this morning. My brother gonna come up in here and say, what's wrong with you? Like, he can't think of one possible reason why I would be upset right now, bro. These niggas are so fucking...
Yeah, something is wrong with you, man. I'm crying on the internet about nothing, man. When 81% of black men voted for Kamala Harris, knock it off. Like, I just don't get... Y'all wanna complain about that little 20% that voted so bad. It's 19%, really. Y'all want to complain about them so bad, they don't even make a difference. It doesn't even make a difference, man. Quit blaming us, man. Dang.
All the black people voted for Trump have one like major thing in common.
See what she gonna say.
No education.
Oh, okay.
No higher education whatsoever. Not completed. And, you know, education ain't everything, but it's a lot. Ask a black man why he's voting for Trump, and he gonna say something dumb like, he's helping the economy, but when you ask him to expand, like, that's the end of it. He's helping the economy. How? And they can't say nothing else. He just pulling. Ask one. Ask a local black man in your hometown why he's voting for Trump, and watch the bullshit that come out his mouth. What did 50 Cent say to Floyd Mayweather? Ask a black Trump supporter to read a page from a Harry Potter book.
And I had to react to this girl in specific because she made another video after this where people were tearing her apart because somebody asked her, what are you voting for Kamala Harris for? And she literally could not name a thing. All she did was say why she hated Trump. That's literally all she did not name not one Kamala Harris policy, one thing they've done for her, nothing. They didn't name anything. So people in the comments were going in on her, saying basically you're being torn apart. You're being torn apart for the same thing you tearing apart black men for. You say that black men can't explain why they're voting for Donald Trump, but you can't explain why you're actually voting for Kamala Harris. You can explain why you dislike Donald Trump, but where's the actual answer to the question? Because you didn't answer that question at all. You guys can go on her page. I'm gonna leave her link below. It's gonna be good.
I'm glad you asked why I'm voting for Kamala and not Trump. So let me go through one by one. First off, I would never vote for a man that would not let me stay in his housing complexes a couple years ago. Donald Trump was quite literally fined and caught and fined for refusing to sell out his luxury condominiums to African Americans. So I would never vote for someone that was intentionally and knowingly discriminating against my people or any people at that matter.
That's not an answer.
Second, I'm not going to vote for a man that has pending sexual assault charges to run the most powerful country in the world. Sorry, that's just not the route that I'm gonna go. I'm also not going to vote for a man that called for the public execution of minors, of literal innocent black children. Because one thing that I've noticed that black men love to throw out there is Kamala sent thousands of black men to jail. Let's get this straight. The exact number was 45 black men to jail. That was 45 black men that she sent to jail over her entire term in California, okay? Y'all argue that Kamala was sending black men to jail. Those black men knew that they committed a crime when they committed it, and they ran the risk of getting caught and doing the time. Just how if I decide to speed, I run the risk of getting a ticket, okay? So while you're commenting about Kamala sent black men that actually committed the crime to jail, you are silent on the fact that President Trump put out a full ad. Previously, President Trump put out a full ad on 5 innocent minors, black minors, because he felt like it, with no evidence. Literally sent 5 minors at Central Park 5 to prison for years, for decades.
All right, so that still does not answer the question. The girl very clearly asked the question, why are you voting for Kamala Harris specifically? And she couldn't answer the question. And while I'll give it to you, those are the pretty good reasons to not vote for somebody, which I'm saying I didn't vote for. But that still doesn't answer the question, thereby making what you did in your previous video invalid. You can't answer why you voting for her either. You're a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. Let's go, man.
I woke up this morning and it was heavy on my heart that I owe my brothers an apology.
At least somebody can finally say it. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's go, baby.